welcome to the after show on a Friday, which means extra fun.
Yes, I like, and you know what? I'm actually in town tonight. We fly out on the weekends.
I don't know if you know that, but you're here.
No, but let me finish my thought. Have you been hanging out with John? No.
Yes, a little
so,
bit.
yeah, you have actually.
Yeah.
So I'm in town today and tomorrow. I don't leave till Sunday, back to LA for Dave Bautista, Halle Berry, 2 films.
Do you get sick of flying?
No, I really don't.
Because there's always like a movie star at the other end.
I know, but
Yeah,
the airport is
Yeah.
I would be so tired of looking at LAX and LaGuardia.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm flying to Burbank on this trip. Just switch it up.
that's
And you get to
nice.
old school. You can walk down the stairs
Yeah, I
in
love
Burbank.
that.
Because we're actually working like in Beverly Hills. And I didn't realize this, and I used to live in LA. I should have.
Yeah,
You know the
I
area.
was just going to ask you, like, have you ever thought of just living there? No, not that we want to lose you.
No, I mean, I lived there before. Now I love Texas. I'm from
Yeah.
Houston. Yeah, I'm not leaving. Tex-Mex and barbecue.
You like the air. You like the
I'm
air
with
miles.
you on that.
Yeah, I like the air miles.
And they can keep the traffic.
But I don't mind. No. So let me ask you guys a question. We
Okay.
talked about airplane etiquette before.
Oh,
And remember, Nate doesn't like when people recline that are in front of him.
He doesn't?
No.
That is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
I always sit in the exit row because I get an early spot.
Nate Griffin?
He doesn't like people to recline.
I'll
It's
put
a
him on
big
blast.
heated argument on the after show.
Wow.
But let me ask you, this is never happened to me before until the other day when I was coming back from somewhere. It might have been New York. The guy in front of me, mind you, I'm exit row, he can't recline. Okay, that's whatever. I like the leg room. But he put his arms behind his seat like this and clutched under the, where you could put the magazines and things like that. He had, and I was staring at his knuckles. Okay,
I
thank
tapped
you.
them hands so quick.
Well, I said, how long can he hold that position?
Right.
And he didn't hold it very long, maybe a minute or two. And he only,
okay.
But then not the whole flight. That would have been okay.
Well, the worst I've seen on social media, people post about like people will stick their feet up on someone's
That's
chair, like
gross.
with their socks.
No.
Yeah.
And why do people take their shoes off on planes?
Well,
They don't clean those carpets. Like I see people.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I mean,
They
the
barely
planes.
clean the countertops where you eat it.
I do.
I don't eat off of those countertops.
No, I am like a hospital when I get on because I'm wiping. Yeah. And sometimes the flight crews will be like, "Hey, Dave, you want to go do the entire plane?"
Yeah, I know. They're probably like, "Great, he's here to clean up."
But you know what? Also clean the air vents. Like I carry wipes in my backpack, so I do the tray table, I do the thing, I do the part of the chair, because I usually get windows, so the window thing.
Yes.
And a flight attendant said, "You know what, Dave? And they do know us on Southwest. Do the air vent." They do a lot. A lot of flight crews know us.
As much as y'all fly Southwest, especially
No, they're like,
the
"Hey, guys,
Houston-based
what's
people,
up?"
I imagine Southwest Houston's people. They
Yeah,
have
at
to-
Hobby and even LAX,
so cool.
even the TSA folks at LAX are like,
You know,
"Hey, guys."
I learned that actually having the air vent on, this was a COVID thing I learned, it's good to have
Yes.
it blowing because it actually blows the bad
right.
germs away from you.
She's right, but clean that little vent too, and then
Yeah.
then
And the call button, just in case.
The hairy light bulb they call it because they have those because the logo has lines coming out of the light.
Oh,
and then white flag crew goes, and if you hit the hairy light bulb, and I'm like, oh, it does look like one, but but yeah, he did that. And I stared at his knuckles. I'm like, how long is he going to hold this?
You're gonna like lose blood in your hands and it gets all.
It never happened before. The shoes thing I've seen, and it's just gross. I saw one guy brush his teeth. He pulled the tray down. This was a flight to London, and he had water, and he did the whole.
You're
And
kidding.
I have photos of it somewhere, and I took.
From
I
the
went like
seat?
this. Yeah, I took a photo of him and sent it on my friends. I'm like, dude,
Just
here's
go
the
to the
first.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's this.
No, he just sat there and.
Or like,
Yeah.
remember they came
I know.
out with those like swallowable
Yes.
toothbrushes, like
Yeah.
if you needed it. Like,
Yes.
okay, maybe,
Yes.
but like not right next to
No,
someone. that you
and
don't know.
it wasn't even a Sonic like one of the new ones. It was old school. He was just going to town, and I'm like,
Swallowable toothbrush?
Now, if he had flossed, I really
like
would
not the
have
tooth,
flipped
but you
out.
can like swallow the toothpaste.
Oh, toothpaste. Okay, I was like, wait.
Yeah, do you remember those? They were like little,
I
and they
do.
had like a little like pearl, and you like.
I
Yeah.
do. I do.
Yeah, I remember
do
those.
remember those. But yeah, you see so many crazy things on flights, and like parents that let their kids just misbehave.
Yeah.
If I had acted halfway of what these kids act like, and my mom, hi mom, she's watching. smacked me.
Yeah.
Like, we don't act that way in public. You know what I'm saying?
It is great. Like, I can understand if the little baby's so tired and he's crying or something, but like, yeah, the kids that are like shoving the chair up.
I've had that.
Yeah.
And you know what I do? I have a line for it. It's ready. I turn around, I'm like, we're not doing that all flight, are we? And then the mom or the dad will be there like, and
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, they freaked out. The other one, though, just either done with the kid or they're exhausted from it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. Mostly the parents are okay, but
Yeah.
every now and then. But it doesn't happen a lot. But when it happens, like the kicking and the grabbing of the,
Yeah.
I know, man.
I just give them the death stare. I will literally turn all the way around and just.
Dude,
And then,
Well,
then that's all.
hey.
It's like
And
that
then they're
parent
like-
stare. When your parent just stares.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got
You
that
know
from
what
my mom.
they're
And I
saying.
just-
if this little speech, we're not doing that because I'll even do the kid voice. You know, we talk to kids and pets the same voice. I'm like, we're not doing that today, are we? Now, that doesn't work. Death stare it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I go on a tangent?
That's all right.
No, I love it.
Very relevant information.
Well, if you want to stay here this weekend,
Yeah.
weather.
Yeah.
Guys, it's still going to be hot, but not as hot.
Cooler.
Yeah.
Less.
We actually just
hot.
watched Austin Powers a few weekends ago.
Oh my
And
gosh,
when
yes.
Dr. Evil's like,
yes, yes.
laser beam.
So it's
We
a good.
watched all of them.
Oh, those are awesome.
They're still funny to this day.
They are.
Anyway, we'll get off our Austin Powers talk. But yes, the weekend, it's still going to be warm, but not 100-degree warm. So that works. I'd say hit or miss showers. You know, nothing severe, but if you see a shower overhead, it will cool you down a little bit. So, you know, that's silver lining. But next week, that's the money. And we actually had on our website, you could like vote and say, do you want it to be cooler and rainy, or do you still want it to be hot? Oh, Kevin's so good. And 86.
They want the cool rain.
Yeah.
I'm for that.
Yeah.
I like hot, and we've talked about this, but I also said, remember, I was begging for rain.
Yeah.
And next week, my lemon tree will love it.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
it's going to be nice.
I run through this kind of wildlife preserve area, and I was just noticing that because remember in the drought last year, like it was bone dry, and I was worried that animals
crispy.
were dying. Yeah, but one part of it was it was down to just mud again, and I'm like, it's been a while since
Yeah,
we've
it
had
has
some
been.
real rain.
But it'll
Yeah.
be coming back. I mean, I don't think it's going to be anything all too crazy, at least at this time. It's going to be some moisture from the Gulf moving in, but hey,
We
yeah,
need
I
it.
think we'll take
The lawns need it.
Yeah.
I got brown spots in my front yard.
it. It's the worst.
Yeah. It's okay, I'm on the HOA board. I won't send myself a letter. Yet. I really am. I got tired of people parking in front of the house. I said,
Yeah.
I'm running for a position on the board and going to enforce this no parking.
Good
So now you're in
you.
charge.
Thank you. Now people are going to call me, now you're going to call me John or whatever. Call me Karen.
Karen. He's
No.
a Karen.
No, no, no.
Oh,
All right, we're gonna go out to Nate.
Nate, let me get with you real quick, Nate. So you have a problem with people
What's
who
up, brother?
recline
Yes,
their seat?
Nate!
And how do you have a problem with somebody reclining their seat? And you what? 4 feet tall?
He's laughing. Nate, remember that conversation?
I do. And Dave knows about it. I have, what do you call it? Ranted about it? Yes, I do. And here's
do
the
you
thing.
not recline?
Here's the thing. So, no, I do not recline. Let me tell you why I do not recline. Number one, when I fly with my family, I know that other families are on the plane, so we try not to do that. The other thing is, I've flown with teams for so many years, and the planes are a little bit bigger. They have a little bit more room on them. The guys don't recline. They don't do it because that's kind of against the norm, especially on a team flight. You know,
Really?
guys, they're very quick to slap you upside the head. Very quick to slap you upside the head. You know,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
especially the big guys. You
Yeah.
know, they
Make
got a
you do an
big.
extra
Man,
lap
you get a
in
big
practice.
offensive lineman
Yeah.
that weighs 300. Yeah, a big offensive lineman that weighs 325, 330 pounds. He's reclining. Dude, move you.
Yeah.
And the guy behind him, is a linebacker. He's gonna pop him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm just telling that does not happen. So
Yeah.
when I find people who typically recline on a flight, I think they're I'm sorry, I'm going to put it out there. I think they're inconsiderate. One, B, if you want to recline, go home. Go home and recline
home and
in your recliner. I bet you you don't recline on your sofa, at home, because you can't. You know, so why do you want to get out in public? That's what I say about people who don't talk a lot normally. Why do you want to get out in public and start talking a lot now? You know, don't recline on the plane. That's inconsiderate. So don't do it. It's inconsiderate. Don't do it. Leave it alone. Stop it. You know, you got people with babies sitting behind you. And then, you know, you got some dude that wants they want to recline. You know, why are you reclining on the family back? No.
I told you.
No, don't get me started.
I told you.
DeLon, don't get me going, man. DeLon,
I told you.
My brother. DeLon, you my brother and I love you. DeLon, you know you my brother and I love you.
Love you
know,
too,
no,
bro.
but then that, David, you know how I feel about that. No, do not recline.
I said
No.
it before we even.
In fact, hey, wait a minute. Wait. Quick story.
Okay.
I was on a commercial flight, which, you know, I hate flying commercial unless I'm with the team. I hate it.
Excuse
I was
us.
on a commercial flight, and somebody, hold on. Somebody, wait a minute. A guy reclined on me, and I told him, man, you got to move it, bro. I told him you got to move it. Or I didn't say or it's going to be. I just told him you got to move it, man.
Oh,
We can't have this. I got bad news all day.
I kind of like
Excuse
that.
us?
I want to travel with
No.
Nate so that like nobody ever messes with me.
Nate, if you're not flying commercial, what are you flying?
Yeah.
charters.
That
Well,
Fox jet.
remember, I'm going into my 17th season. As Rice Football Color Round.
Oh,
So
I
fly
get
with
what
the
you're
team.
saying.
Oh.
Ooh.
Fancy
Yeah.
pants.
They don't
Nate,
They
can
don't
you
do
do
that.
behind the scenes? I'd love to see what it looks like in there. Like, give us a little video this season.
That's kind of touch and go,
Okay.
you know, because that's the team's private time.
Can you
I
show
have
us?
put some things when I was with the Roughnecks. I did post a couple of photos, but not with the team on the flight. You know, I just kind of gave you an idea of how much bigger the planes were, how much more room capacity there was for players to be able to stretch out, especially the big guys. You got 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 6'7" guys, you know, 315, 320. They're huge. And in Rice now, the guys have gone from offensive linemen have gone from 6'2", 300 pounds to 6'6", 6'7", and 6'8", and 325 and 330. So they're not chumps anymore. That's why we're gonna have an 8-win season. But I'm just saying, you know, anytime you're dealing with the pros or you're dealing with college teams, those guys are big and they need space. And no, they don't recline because it's just not the right thing to do.
Nate, I will say my dad is watching right now, and he just texted me and said Nate is completely on point. And I say I don't agree with either one of y'all.
Oh!
Hey,
Oh.
wait. First of
Set
all,
him up
wait a
again.
minute. Whoa. First of all, DeLon, I'm gonna look at it this way. For me, you're my nephew. For your dad, you're his son. Okay, you're 6'4". I don't understand. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out to DeLon. I don't understand why you're not purchasing why you're not purchasing the kind of seat where you can actually sit in a bigger seat. Okay, you got the bank now. Okay, you got the bank. So go on ahead and spend a little bit more money. You know, either go in business class or fly first class, DeLon.
Yeah, okay. Everybody
do
can't fly
that.
private planes.
But I
and
want to
charters
know
like Nate
why
does.
Allison didn't want me to go behind the scenes when I board Southwest.
You
It's
should.
a joke. It's a
They
joke.
know- they know
Baby's
you
crying. People, the flight
David,
attendants going, sit
David,
down, we got to go.
Hey,
Sit down.
Dave,
Oh, it's
Dave.
real. No, I
Hey,
know the
Dave,
whole
you
routine.
know what,
if we
Dave?
got to get out of here on time,
Dave.
then you need to sit down and put
Hey,
those bags
Dave.
away. Oh, yeah, I'll be
Dave.
doing that on Sunday.
Dave, you know why? You know why, Dave?
What?
You know why, Dave? See, Dave, I know you. I've known you for 30 years, Dave, and I know you are cheap. You will not buy a first class ticket. You won't do it.
Okay.
You won't
Two
buy
things.
executive seating on a plane. Dave, I know you. You
Okay.
won't do it. You will
All
not
right.
do it, Dave.
Like
so
in a
that's
debate,
why,
I
see,
get the
that's
other
why
side.
Allison doesn't want you to go behind the scenes.
We have not known each other for 30 years. We worked together in 2008. I'll give you that. 2000 and late.
Well,
Now
how
I'm seeing
long
the
is
Black
that,
Eyed Peas in my
Dave?
head.
That 2008 is 18.
Yeah, that's crazy.
it's not 30.
Yeah, we worked in radio together over across the street at
Did you?
CBS.
Oh, wow.
That's
we have
right.
known each other a long
So,
time.
Dave.
And he's right, though. But, Nate,
So, Dave,
I am cheap.
I know. I know that. So that's why Allison doesn't want you going behind the scenes. You have nothing special to report. You just get on a plane, you go out to LA, you go to New York, you go to Europe, you go to London, you go to Saskatchewan,
Nate,
wherever it is you go, and you have nothing. There's nothing special about where your flight. Nothing special at all. So when you sit down, you just sit down.
Hold up. I have status. So I do board first, and I go straight to exit row. And when I do go to London, I do get the upgrade. I've flown first class around the world.
Yeah, if it's a long flight, you gotta go ahead.
I have
that.
status
Dave.
on that airline.
Yeah.
Too. All right.
Dave.
What?
So Dave.
Yo.
Dave, how many times have you flown first class on your dime?
We got to go to break.
Messy.
We are late. We got to go to break. I'm going to reach through that monitor
and we'll be right back.
I'm going to reach through the screen and punch Nate.
Fox 26 is.
Anonymous.
The Fox 26 YouTube page. Like and subscribe today.
Well, let's go to Ruben and Sally, who have been having a whole lot of fun this morning.
Yeah.
That jumping game looks awesome.
Good
guys.
morning, guys. Yes, good morning. Yeah, good morning, guys. We are at Activate in the Woodlands. Sally McDonald joins me on a rare morning duo
for letting
appearance.
me crash your live
Thank
shot
you.
today. It was
What'd
really
you think?
fun.
What'd you think?
This was really cool. I had never seen anything like this before. It's Activate. It's a second location in the Woodlands, so it's immersive gaming. So it's not like Dave and Buster's main event. It's like you're more physical.
It's its own thing.
Yes, you wear little wristbands, like that you
activate.
to activate the game. So you can see on the wall, like behind, like that's how you would check in to the game. And down this hallway, there's what 9, 10 different rooms.
There's a lot of games. There's a lot of games.
Yeah, and you walk into these little rooms and then you play a game.
Like we did hoops, right?
Yep.
We shot hoops.
You were out of breath after
yes,
shooting hoops.
Yes. Well,
not moving your feet.
I was shooting a lot. So I wanted to win.
Yeah.
And there's hide, which this big eye follows you around, and it counts down, and when it turns red, you have to hide.
Okay, so that's the one like Squid Game.
Very much so.
Okay.
Very like an inspiration. And then you know, we played the grid, which you had to
Grid.
like step on, like blue tiles only. You have to run around, and then there's
Yes.
blue buttons, and it's built for a group of people.
Yes, my understanding is you can choose to compete against your group,
Right.
or you can choose to be cooperative.
Yes.
And just see how many points you can score together. So
Yes.
it encourages like problem solving, communication. It would be an awesome like family bonding night, friend night,
Yeah.
team building like with work groups.
Yes.
You know, it was a good time.
So if we had to pick a team of, I don't know, 6.
Yes, from Fox 26.
Who would you say would
okay.
get the most out of this?
Who's on the after show right now?
I don't know.
I need to say all those people.
Yeah. Whoever's back there.
Well, I would say Mike Iskovitz.
That's one.
Yeah, he would. He
I'm
would
gonna
definitely be on
say
the team.
I'm gonna plug in Lena.
Lena for sure.
She'd hate me for saying that.
She wouldn't like this.
What's your pick?
Well, DeLon, because
DeLon, 100%.
DeLon loves to try new things.
Then DeLon is definitely
He
on the list.
refers to trying new things sometimes as being hazed.
Melissa, because it's a short drive from here to her
Short
house.
drive for Melissa.
Let's see, who else? Allison.
Allison, because she could feed us after.
She could feed us afterwards, and then I think we'll just leave the last one open.
Okay.
That could be like an alternate.
Well, Heather, because
Heather.
Heather could fix any of the games that if they break.
If there was a problem, she could troubleshoot it.
She could troubleshoot it. Yeah.
So here's the deal, guys. Go to Activate. It's Activate Games or Activate Gaming.
Well, I don't think that's right. I think it's Play Activate.
Play Activate. So
what's the website, ladies? Is it Play Activate? Okay.
Play Activate. Okay, check that out.
He said Activate Games.
Activate
Oh,
Games.
never mind. I'm sorry. It's Activate
Just
Games
start
too?
searching the word Activate and see what happens.
Just search
And-
Activate
yeah,
the Woodlands.
Try Activate in the Woodlands. Yeah,
There
let's see
you
what
go.
happens there. So all the
Yes.
information you need, how much it's going to cost, you know, the whole 9 yards is going to be
Yeah.
on there, guys. We have had a great time.
Yes.
I'm going to recommend it. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Everybody come on out. And
Yes.
yeah, man, they're brand new. They've only been open a week. It's hot as hell outside. It is cold.
It is
and
cold.
delicious in here.
So fun.
Yeah.
You guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was awesome. We really enjoyed watching you guys play that game where you're jumping on the colors. That was cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a good date thing. I imagine arguing with somebody if y'all are both competitive and it's like,
Oh,
you're not even doing it right.
Yeah, you
And
went
then
the wrong
you shove
way.
them out of the
Yeah.
way.
Because there's got to be
guys,
a
come on
strategy.
out, come on out.
Yeah, there's got to be a strategy to which way you run to like jump on the most.
Very cool. Well, have a good weekend, guys.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
They were ready to go.
I know they're
They
like,
took that shot away immediately. I know that's right. Well, what else is going on? I don't have much else
When
to
I
say.
looked at your forecast for the weekend, I'm like, maybe it's a good thing I am going to LA
I
on
know.
Sunday. Oh, but I'm back Monday. It's just a quick overnight. So yeah, I'll be back for the rain.
Jeez. Yeah, I know. That's going to be nice.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than, well, when it will actually be cool. Because I feel like right now, even when it rains, it's still kind of like humid out there. It's like, yeah, it feels a little bit better, but it's still sticky. But I just want to sit outside. We have a little covered patio and read my book and listen to the rain.
yeah, that's fun.
So next week.
You know what? I'm like. I mean, it's good, but like, after Beryl hit and like what the forecast was for the hurricane season, I was like bracing for like. And so the last few weeks, I've been like just kind of shocked that like we're not dealing with. I mean, I know they've had some that have gone up the Atlantic coast, but
Yeah, we've
nothing's-
only had 5 named storms. And,
Yeah.
you say only, yeah, exactly.
I know.
But it's
September's
been
coming.
Beryl, first Category 5. Sorry. Earliest Category 5 storm on record. And
Yeah.
then we had Debbie, Cat 1, Ernesto, Cat 2, and then 2 other named storms. But that's the thing. They've just been so impactful and intense.
yeah.
But it's interesting, some of these outlooks still saying 17 named storms. So that'd be 12 more.
September.
And
In
we're at
1 month, essentially, because hurricane season is over in what, October?
end of
End of
November.
November.
But November is
Oh.
usually pretty quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had like one, I'm pretty sure Hurricane Nicole,
Is October usually pretty quiet too?
it's a little bit busier.
Is it? Okay.
I assume that there's still some dust out there, but that dust is just going to kind of
Yeah, that's what's been saving us.
Decrease.
Because September's coming, and that's when it gets
that's
really,
going to
really
be.
busy.
And that's what I was talking to Mike about, and he's like, that's been our most impactful months in Southeast Texas
Really?
during history. Yeah, that's been some
in
of
September?
kind of bigger, stronger storms. So
Prayers.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my best to
Put
blow
the
them away.
Yeah.
fan.
Can we just
put a
get our
fan
own,
outside.
Can we just get our
fan
own
them
dust
away.
and
Yeah, exactly.
Can
So
we
if we had a giant
dust it
blow
away?
dust blowing
Go
machine.
away.
Yeah.
Like Phoenix right now is having monsoons, and if you've never seen it, it's just a massive dust cloud that just like
Yes.
comes. So that'd be good. We need one of those here.
See y'all later.
Have a
Have a
great
good
day.
weekend. Go see Blink twice.
Fox 26 is
Anonymous.
the Fox 26 YouTube page. Like and subscribe today.
Hello again from Tom's DIY Garage. As you might expect and guess from the name, my name's Tom. If this is your first visit here, nice to meet you. And of course, if you've been here before, welcome back. It's good to see you. You can see that we are, after several weeks away, several episodes away, we are back in the workshop. And you might hear in the background a fan and an air conditioner because we are recording this in the hot August sun, and the workshop gets warm under the sun rays. I know you'll understand, it's Texas after all, so we will grin and bear it and do things. So as the name suggests, Tom's DIY Garage, we are all about things that are do-it-yourself. We like to fix stuff. We like to do chores around the house. Do we really? But sometimes they just need doing. And we like to build stuff, my personal favorite there as well. There's great satisfaction in taking a handful of raw materials and crafting them into something and then being able to say, I made that. Or fixing something that was broken and you get what you need and you do what you need to do and you say, I made that work. Again, great satisfaction, and that's really ultimately what this whole exercise is about. So, as I have noted before lots of times, I watch a lot of YouTube channels. You may as well. And the algorithm has seemingly figured me out because I get a lot of DIY build-it type stuff, which I'm happy to look at. And I follow a number of these channels, and there's some really great talented people out there doing stuff on YouTube. One particular one that I've been watching is one called Burnstock Woodworking. It's a guy in Louisiana. I don't know what his first name is. I'm gonna guess that his last name is Burnstock, and he makes all kinds of stuff in his workshop. He's got a big workshop, 30 by 40 feet, as opposed to my 12 by 18 feet here. It's kind of impressive. Anyway, he has this recurring kind of title of things that you can make that will sell. It's pretty close to the wording there. And there's one in particular that caught my eye recently that I thought, you know what? I'll bet I could make that. I'll bet you could make it too. So let's first take a look and see what he does.
And so in trying to figure out what to build with some of this scrap wood, I got to thinking about the seasons. That's how I try to figure out what I want to build. And it's getting time for people to start harvesting out of their summer garden. And what I want to do is give them something to put their harvest in.
So that's the beginning of the YouTube video from Burnstock Woodworks on YouTube. If you're into that sort of thing, and if you're here, I'm guessing you probably are, go ahead and take a look at his stuff, maybe subscribe to his channel. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. But I just ask that you finish watching what we're doing here before you go over there. You know. He mentioned that he's just using some scrap wood from his workshop to get this project done. I don't happen to have that dimension of scrap wood in my workshop, so I had to go buy some. We are going to start with a 2x10. We know from our lumber knowledge that a 2x10 is actually 1.5 inches thick, and it's 9 1/4 inches wide. And again, it started as a 2x10. It got milled down to sell as dimensional lumber for construction, and then we're going to do a little bit more to it as well. I have a 10-foot length of this. It cost me about $11 and change at a big box store. If my dimensions and my guesstimate and calculations are correct, I can make 2 of the baskets, the sturdy wooden baskets that this project calls for, out of this one piece of lumber. So that's $6 worth of material for the basket. Mr. Burnstock says he can sell them for $60 to $70 per basket. That's a pretty good return. So let's just round it down to $60 a basket if you're going to sell it, if you're going to make this sort of thing to sell. It's a pretty good return. $6 in material, your time to put it together, and then you sell it for $60. Think about that. I like that, man. We're going to be using some different tools that we have than we have previously on these episodes. You may have used them already. First time for me to show how they work. As I mentioned, the thickness on this is more than we need, so we have to mill down, basically thin this wood out. We need it to be about 1 inch thick as opposed to 1.5 inches, so we're going to use a planer, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, we'll use a table saw, we'll use a nailer, we'll use some glue, and we will put this basket together. Sometimes speaking is difficult for a guy who speaks for a living. Anyway, let's get to it. Before any cutting, let me show you what I've got in mind here. This is a drawing of the basket. It's in my drawing book of projects. A side view here, top view here. It runs 32 inches long. It's 7 inches tall at the ends, and at the ends are those milled down pieces of wood. They're solid to hold the thing together here. In the middle here is a slightly taller brace. It'll keep the basket from bowing out, but it's also taller because it's got room for a handle. I cut that 10-foot long piece of lumber into 2 pieces, and then from that, a couple of more pieces. First one is 32 inches long. This is where the slats will come from. It'll be a series of 1/2 inch wide pieces of wood, and then there is this piece where the ends and that middle handle brace will come from. Before we cut this one down though, we'll mill it down to the 1 inch thickness as opposed to the 1.5 inch thickness. But first, here at the table saw, let's start with the slats. Next up, I am going to mill, M-I-L-L, mill down the thickness of this piece of wood that provides the